What up? What up? What is up, people of Earth? It's Vaughn Joseph here, Vaughn Joseph Show. We are doing Who News today. Where have I been? Well, you can tell by, well, you can't tell, but by the state of the studio, I've been busy. I've been busy doing stuff. It's been audiobook crazy around here, folks, so we've not been able to get the Who News out to you this past week. That's why I'm doing the show today. It is Saturday, the 6th of August. Stick around for some Who News, news you won't probably remember next week. That's what we're doing. Yeah, you're sticking around, and I'm facing the camera today. I've been reading your messages. I haven't changed my shirt, though. That's what's up, Instagram people or people listening. I'm just rambling because this coffee is super strong and super good. Let's get into some news you're not going to remember next week. It's time for Who News, Vaughn Joseph Show. Let's go. What's up, guys? Thanks for listening if you're listening, and even more thanks to all three of you that are watching this on the YouTube. I should be doing this live on YouTube, but it's just an impromptu show. Today, it is Saturday, the 6th of August, as I said. So I'm just trying to get you a show out because I know I got more audiobooks reading next week. It's just a complex book. Go check it out. When it comes out, it's called Psalms for the End of the World, and it's like Pulp Fiction. There's all over the place. It's chaos. It's chaos, I say. So here we are doing the show. If you're listening and you want to see my ugly mug, please head over to the YouTube channel. Search V3TV podcasts, I believe. I had to set up a new YouTube channel, as I say this to you guys all the time. There's still the old YouTube channel. You can just search V3TV, look for the logo. But I think that account's been shadow banned. So we started a new account, and I can't get a cool vanity URL until we get the subscribers up to 1,000. So please head over to the new account so we can get that one going. Get you this stuff. Anyway, enough rambling. I come here, you guys, in the mornings to warm up my vocal cords and drink my coffee. And read you some news that you're probably not going to remember next week. And that's why I'm talking so fast, because this coffee is super strong and delicious. So today is Saturday, the 6th of August. It is the 218th day of the year, the 31st week of the year, and the year is 60% in our rearview mirrors. So let's get on with National Calendar Day. We'll read some weird news for you, then maybe TMZ, as we always say, then we'll get you out of here with some real news, at least one story, and a poll question to get you on your way. National Summit Day today, you guys. Go climb a mountain. Go out there and reach the peak of all of your hopes, desires, and challenges. Reach the summit. National Play Outside Day. That's a great time of year to have that. It's the first Saturday of every month, it says, is National Play Outside Day. Yeah, do it. So no matter what month it is, everyone put down their electronic devices and get outside. The sun is shining even here in England. So do it. It's also, it's a lot of days today. National Calendar Day. National Mead Day. The first Saturday in August. And I'll tell no mead for you, sir. Is National Mead Day. Mead Day on the first Saturday of August increases awareness and fosters camaraderie around mead makers. Anyway, I didn't even know what mead was until that Budweiser commercial where, oh my God, look at all these national days. We're going to have to fly through these because people listening are going to be like, what? National Mustard Day. We don't need to go deep on that one. National Jamaican Patty Day. What is a Jamaican patty? Is that like a marijuana edible? National Jamaican Patty Day is the first Saturday in August, celebrates a delicious turnover-style pastry. Be sure to enjoy one wherever you are. Never even heard of a Jamaican Patty Day. I love doing this because I learn stuff. National Disc Golf Day. National Fresh Breath Day. That should be every day of the year. Should be National Fresh Breath Day. Pop a mint and smile on National Fresh Breath Day, observed annually on August 6th. The day urges appreciation of oral hygiene and its importance. One day of the year. Oh, no, I just screwed up. There we go. National Root Beer Float Day, and National Wiggle Your Toes Day. Oh, I know somebody that's really going to love today's day. National Wiggle Your Toes Day. Britannica. This is what happens when I don't do the show for a couple days, you guys. So what happened on this day in history? American basketball player, the Admiral David Robinson. He played for was it the Spurs he played for? I feel like that's wrong. Was he the Spurs or did he play with the Sonics? Anyway, he was born in 1965. American basketball player, San Antonio Spurs, 1999 to 2003. Wow, he only played there for 4 years. 56 years old, the Admiral David Robinson. American artist Andy Warhol was born on this day, 1928. American actor Robert Mitchum, 1917. And American actress Lucille Ball, who was the star of the I Love Lucy show, born 1911. Wow. Alexander Fleming, Scottish bacteriologist, 1881. On this day in 1945, rather important occurrence in today's history, the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, killed more than 70,000 people and destroyed most of the city. This was in an effort to hasten the end of World War II. I guess if you kill everybody, you don't have anybody else to fight. On this day in 2012, NASA's robotic vehicle Curiosity, also called Mars Science Laboratory, landed on Mars and soon began transmitting images of the planet's surface. The Ramones in 1996 played their last concert at the Palace in L.A. This is a huge day. Lots of stuff happened today. The UN Security Council in 1990 imposed economic sanctions on Iraq, ruled by Saddam Hussein for its invasion of Kuwait 4 days earlier. Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act, which sought to overcome legal barriers at the state and local levels that prevented African Americans from exercising their right to vote. 1962, after 300 years of British rule, Jamaica became an independent country within the Commonwealth nations. I mean, today is just full of stuff that's happened. Jon Stewart hosted his last episode of The Daily Show. Lots of things happened on this day. Lord Tennyson, Alfred, an English poet often regarded as the chief representative of the Victorian age of poetry, was born in Somersby, Lancashire. It's not far from where I am right now. Bolivia declared its independence from Spain. Oh my God, that is on my bucket list. That's in 1825 to get to Bolivia. Convicted murderer William Kemmler became the first person to be executed by electric chair. He was put to death in Auburn State Prison, New York. Wow. Lots of stuff happening today, August 6th. Let's get you onto some weird news. Where are we? Where's the stuff? Weird news, wherever that graphic is. Creepy river creature Brits are being warned to kill on sight by stabbing its brain. Wow, we're starting off on an amazingly interesting note. So creepy river creature. Wow, they're saying stab this thing. It looks like a crayfish to me. It's got eggs. All right. Scientists have estimated that 90% of white claw crayfish have been wiped out by their larger U.S. rivals in part of the UK, which has become common in many of our waterways. Usually, Brits are being asked to kill a small animal because of the deadly threat it poses to a native species. The tiny foreign invader is an American signal crayfish. The 10-legged miniature lobster has become common in many UK waterways, but fishermen and walkers are now being advised to kill it, albeit humanely. Yeah, wait, it says stabbing it in the brain in the title. That's humanely. The best method, although it is not always practical, is to stick a knife in its brain. Wow. We realize that not everyone will have a knife with them. Well, you don't know England like I know England. That's why I moved to the country. Less knives. The alternative is to squash them under a rock. Why not just step on it? Though we recognize some people might find this unpleasant. Oh, yeah, but stabbing it in the brain, far more pleasant. A crayfish is only about this big. So you have to imagine the absolute accuracy and the intimacy that is needed to get that close to then to go bow right in the brain. Come on, you guys. That's crazy. Yeah, that's enough of this weird news. That's crazy. They're killing crayfish. That's cray. Anyway, watch out for the crayfish. Vegan bride furious. Oh, I love it. If you're new to the show, welcome to the show. I read these weird news stories from the Mirror, and they seem to love to make women furious, gobsmacked, disgusted, angry, and so on. We've reached our first adjective, and it's only the second article. And this vegan bride is furious as groom axes all veggie options from wedding without telling her. He's already ready to set up for the divorce. We're not going to read that because no one cares. I don't, at least. Maybe you do. Now I've told you where you can go find the stories that you can research yourself, because sometimes I'll just read the headlines, guys, and gloss over the stories because I don't feel they warrant the attention. Mom jokes cat is trying to kill her baby after catching his evil scowl. Okay, I'm not clicking on that. 3 children possessed by demons could walk up walls and talk to the dead. That, my friends, warrants a click because we're taking the bait. Official Indiana state documents, of course, it has to be in America. Official Indiana state documents said medical experts and people outside the family also witnessed the strange events and were unable to get solid explanations. A mother claimed her 3 children were possessed by demons. In 2014, LaToya Ammons of Indiana. Okay. Hold on a second before I even continue reading this story, because I only have black and white pictures at this moment, and the rest of these pictures look like stock footage. But normally when it comes to demons, possessions, UFOs, Loch Ness, Bigfoot, always white people. So this name, and I'm only speculating, LaToya, sounds like it might be somebody of the non-Caucasian persuasion. So this might be an interesting story, or at least a different one. So in 2014, LaToya Ammons of Indiana said she saw them walk up walls, levitate, and speak in different voices. Where is the video? However, it wasn't only Ms. Ammons who believed they were possessed. State reports outline that medical professionals, police, and people outside the family also witnessed the haunting moments. The area's Gary police captain, other in Gary, Indiana. Okay. That's where Michael Jackson's from, I believe. Gary Police Captain Charles Austin, with 35 years of experience, said he had been convinced by the story. According to a local newspaper, the Indianapolis Star, he describes himself as a believer after visiting the house and interviewing her and the family. Official Indiana State Police documents backed up their claims, and in 2012, psychologists stated that they saw the 9-year-old speak in different deep voices and walk up the wall backwards. He flipped over and landed on his feet, they added. This story is wild. The children's names were removed from the papers to protect their identities. The report stated medical staff reported they observed the children and heard the 7-year-old making growling noises, and his eyes rolled back into his head. They observed name blank, lifted and thrown into the wall with nobody touching him. Okay. The 3 children were removed from the family home by authorities after the reports were filed. I just skipped over a whole bunch. When asked what they were talking about, his mother claimed he told her the unseen presence was describing what it felt like to be killed. Elsewhere in the reports, it indicates an unnamed witness had suggested the mother may have mental health concerns. They also said it may be that the children are performing for the mother and that she's encouraging the behavior. Being thrown up against the wall without... All right. You can find that story on your own. Go watch The Conjuring. It sounds very eerily like that movie. Pepperami obsessed couple who keep basket of the snacks by their bed plan themed wedding. Oh, please invite us. Please, please, please invite us to that wedding. Pepperami is like Slim Jims, you guys. So they're into Slim Jims. Instead of Randy Macho Man Savage, it's a talking Slim Jim. Tortoise attacks people who wear black shoes, scaring them into wearing other colors. Okay. It's like, those black shoes you got on there? Ah, that's not what happens. Anyway, Weatherspoon's barmaid don't care. She's a barmaid at Weatherspoon's. It's not going to be interesting enough. I wanted nice pictures of me in labor. My fiance took appalling snaps instead. Good for you, bro. You're in labor. Look at your... I'm about to start saying stuff I shouldn't try. That's when the coffee goes into my face. Ghost hunters urge woman to leave haunted house after demonic scratches at exorcism. Oh, boy. Grumpy cynic refuses to celebrate mate's wedding as they don't mean much these days. Just go home. Serial killer family who murdered travelers and dumped their bodies down trapdoor. Ooh. Woman fumes. All right, there we go. Woman fumes as girl 3 denied her own bedroom so mom can have Instagram room. I'll just leave that one. I'm not going to get on that one. Marvel superfan breaks world record for getting 31 superhero tattoos on his body. That one just made me burp. It was so obnoxious. My dog looks just like a llama. Strangers are amazed by her very long neck. I guess that's weird news. Mom's stylish dress looks like granny night, and design is too rude to wear. Granny night? Granny nighty. Looks like granny nighty, and design is too rude to wear. What kind of a grandma is wearing clothes that is too rude to wear? What are those? Looks like it's got uteruses all on it or something. The dress was meant to be floral, but had an unusual pattern. Those look like, it looks like intestines or something. I don't know. Why did I click on that bait? Bye. Next page, please. Oh, you guys have missed this so much, I know. Drivers astonished by genuine use of button found in every car, and it will save money. No, it won't. If you don't know what that button does in your car, you shouldn't be driving. Adorable dog makes hole in neighbor's fence to be with his best friend. Oh, woman gives up boring break with boyfriend to cheat with other men on holiday. Oh my goodness, what is this world coming to? I was just watching, remember Maury Povich, the Maury Show? I watch that all the time when I have coffee. That's my guilty pleasure. Watching people destroy other people's lives with paternity tests and cheating and so on. And this morning I was watching it with my coffee, as I often do when I'm not doing Who News, and decided I should go do Who News because I missed the show a few weeks because of work or a few eps. And this woman had cheated on her partner of 5 years with 2 kids 12 times. And Maury kept saying more than 12, but the screen said 12, so we'll just give it 12. 12 times. And she says, but I love you, and it was a mistake. Really? Taking a wrong turn is a mistake. Buying the wrong brand of a product. Oops, this isn't the one you wanted. My mistake. 12 sexual partners that aren't your partner. That was a conscious decision. It's not a mistake. Anyway, so I'm not even going to click on this one. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Hairdresser shares sickening lice infestation in client's hair, and mistake you're making. See? Mistake. That just happened to be there. Not quite the same as falling onto 12 penises that don't belong to the man you're with. Cheeky mom gets rude cake for son's 16th and he's now legally allowed to touch boobs. Oh, wow. I think we will click on that bait and then move on to possibly TMZ. His name's Ethan. He's 16. A mom with a naughty sense of humor decided to get a saucy cake for her son's landmark 16th birthday. If you're just listening, you guys, on Spotify or Amazon or Apple, this is where you need to get over to the YouTube channel so you can see this cake. V3 TV podcast. I'll throw it up on the V3 TV other channel as well, but I try to get over to the new one that has like no subs. Please help us out. They're gonna turn my lights off, you guys. If you don't, I can't afford to keep both channels up. A cheeky mom opted for a naughty cake to celebrate her teenage son's 16th birthday, commissioning a cake designed to look like a pair of bare boobs. Ashley Mitchell intended the saucy cake to be a nod to the fact that her son Ethan is now legally allowed to touch boobies after turning 16. Ethan and his mates were said to be left in fits of laughter after the cake was served up on July 16th, featuring areolas airbrushed on the edible paint. She'd even strategically placed birthday candles in each of the tasty fondant icing nipples. Oh my God, look at that cake. Boy, Ethan, you got one cool mom. There's Ashley. Yeah, Ashley looks interesting as well. Ashley. Let's get to the comments and then get on to TMZ and get you on with your life. The baker has done a great job of the cake. Just don't think it's appropriate for a 16-year-old. I'm not a prude, just my opinion. Not without permission, it isn't. Hope she explained this to him. Oh, yeah. You need to explain that you can't just go out randomly touching boobs. Reply comment, I was thinking the same. Charlie71 says, wonder if he had a Tommy tank over said. I wonder if he had a Tommy tank over said cake. This makes sense. Ooh, JW60 said, crass chav. Wow. More cake, please, said, cake looks like a body from the morgue. Oh, boy. All right, moving right along to the TMZ portion of the podcast that we almost very rarely ever stop on. Ooh, all right. Because I don't normally say, oh, Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson broke up. What a shock. That didn't last. She had a little post-Kanye fling, and it lasted 9 months. Well, at least it lasted that long. 3/4 of a year. Congratulations to you guys. Hats off. You had a nice experience together. That's all it was. An experience. Alex Jones. If you don't know who Alex Jones is, he is a former, I don't know. He's former. He's got a show called InfoWars. He's a bit of a conspiracy theorist. Truth seeker, rather, because a lot of the stuff he says that he talked about Epstein's Island years ago, long before it hit the news. So you may know him as the guy who was saying Sandy Hook didn't happen, this school shooting. He was talking about crisis actors and so on. As an actor, yeah, they have these things called crisis actors. They do exist. I get a breakdown for that at least once a year. Come and pretend to be a corpse, etc. Well, he got sued by a lot of these parents for saying that the Sandy Hook shooting didn't happen. He must pay a $45.2 million in punitive damages. He doesn't have $42.5 million. The hits keep coming for Lion Alex Jones. A jury just ordered him to shell out $45.2 million to the parents who lost kids in the mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary. The money is for punitive damages, and it's on top of the $4.1 million a jury in Austin, Texas, already ordered the InfoWars founder to pay the plaintiffs Scarlett Lewis and Neil Heslin. The same 12-person jury came back with a $45.2 million figure on Friday, and it includes $20 million to each Lewis. And so only these two people are getting some paper? What about all them other people's parents? The remaining 4.2 in punitive damages is for defaming Heslin in 2 reports where Jones questioned the father's account of holding his dead son. The trial's been full of drama, like when an attorney for the parents revealed Jones's own lawyers accidentally sent them all of his text messages, catching Alex Jones in an apparent lie. Jones was not in the courtroom on Friday when the punitives were announced. He's still facing 2 other trials from Sandy Hook parents, so he could be on the hook for a lot more. He's just going to file bankruptcy. He doesn't have the funds to shell out for these parents. Who? Well, I don't know what he's got, but anyway, I don't care about Travis Scott and any more Kardashian. Zac Efron slammed by PETA after appearing in ad with captive bear. All right. I don't know too much. See, I chip on. This is why I don't do so much to TMZ. I'm bobsledding toward 50 years old, which shouldn't mean much, but I don't really care about what's going on in Hollywood and what's going on with these people that I've never heard of, or this woman with all this fake lips and fake stuff. I don't know who these people are. That's all. So that it's hard for me to be interested in this stuff. It's interesting, hard for me to be interested in Khloe Kardashian welcoming another child with this Tristan guy that apparently just keeps cheating on her, yet she just keeps having babies. Everything's Kardashian. We go down to the next one. Kim and Pete are broken up. Don't care. Too bad for them. It was just a fling. They had a little fun together. Pete got to go out there. He got his numbers up, and that's what happened. Anne Heche crashes car into a home, igniting fire. New video shows her speeding. Update. Anne Heche was driving like a maniac in between her 2 crashes. 2 car crashes. And new video shows her speeding down a residential street before crashing into a home and igniting a blaze. This is old Hollywood. Someone's ring door. Wow, she looks rough. What kind of car is that? Anyway, it doesn't matter what kind of car it is. Anne Heche was out here wilding. Looks like a Mini Cooper. Ooh, wow, the whole car is cinders. Oh, dear. Italian decathlete, junk falls out during race. Obviously an accident. Now, that's something I'll click on because doesn't matter. All right. Anyway, a track meet in Colombia turned NSFW real quick. I don't know what see, this is what I mean. I'm too out of it. I'm so out of it. I'm not hip at all anymore. I used to have a green mohawk, you guys. I'm not even cool enough to know what NSFW means. I wonder if Apple is cool enough for me to 3-finger click on it and to tell me, oh my God, it does. Not safe or suitable for work. So that's what it means. Used to indicate that a particular web page or website contains explicit sexual material or other adult content. If your friend just sent you something with NSFW in the subject line, don't go there. Okay, so now I know. I just learned something. Maybe you did too. A track meet in Colombia turned NSFW real quick on Thursday when Italian decathlete and Alberto Nonino's junk popped out in the middle of a race. Oh, that's gotta suck. Well, I don't know. It's gotta suck. The unfortunate moment happened in the 400-meter event at the 2022 World Athletes U20 Championships in Cali, when Nonino was forced to lose his spot at the front of the pack and cover up his privates several times before crossing the finish line. What is wrong with his outfit? How do you not? I don't know. I don't really care that his junk is falling out, but that's embarrassing. That's gotta suck. Anyway, moving right along. I don't care about any of these other actors. And Kanye West's 5th divorce attorney quits as the case drags on. Just get back together already, you two. For Pete's sake. You guys are an institution. You were poised to take over from Will and Jada after he slapped Chris. You guys should have been next in line as the America's royal family. Anyway, let's get to MSN, get some real news, maybe get a poll question out to you guys, and then get you on with your weekend. I'm going to post this up immediately. I'm going to go upstairs because this coffee has got me zooming. Earth is spinning faster than it should, and no one is sure why. Wow. As Dave Chappelle fights cancel culture, 3 comedians say free speech will prevail over censorship. Here's the thing that I think. I was thinking about this last night. I was listening to something, and something someone said made sense, and I'm trying to think of what it was I was listening to. I think it was Joe Rogan podcast, maybe. They were talking about cancel culture and how the younger generation is trying to overcompensate for something that took place decades ago. They're trying to erase all the bad history. But we can't. Certain cultures have certain sayings where they say, we will never forget, lest we forget. Like over here, they do that every year. And, the Jewish community talks about the Holocaust. They don't want you to forget. So let's not cancel all of history, because we need to know, because we're doomed to repeat it if we don't. Right? But I think that a lot of these younger kids and even people that are older, their intention is well. It's in the right place. But we overcompensate and we get real militant, and especially because of the world is structured around these groups and these pods of people now. So we get in these echo chambers and we just only hang out with like-minded people. But when you try to make people do what you want, kind of like with the mask thing, there was no mandate. At least I don't know what was going on in the U.S. because I'm not there, but I'm pretty sure there wasn't most of the time. And then you have people that were supporting masks, yelling at people for not wearing their mask in the supermarket or wherever. And they're trying to make them, and then they're fist fighting. And it's like, come on. You can't make, and they get so upset because you're not doing what they want you to do. I think we're going to have a better world once people that have been turning it up to 11 with the intensity on cancel culture bring it down to about a 7. Okay? About a 7. Things have happened that shouldn't have happened. Things have been said that shouldn't have been said. But that's just how life is. Think of how culture was back in the 1950s. You can't, because you weren't alive then. Neither was I. But it was culturally okay to do certain things that weren't okay in the 80s. We just stopped doing it. But we didn't go around saying we need to tear stuff down. I mean, because we didn't just try and ruin people's legacies. I'm in the middle of doing this audiobook right now, which is just going on and on like, a long sermon at a black church or something that it's just long. But I'm doing a Muslim guy. There's a rabbit that's supposed to be Allah. The voice of Allah is coming to this Muslim guy through a rabbit. And I'm doing Germany, I'm doing Australia, and I'm doing all these characters from all these different countries, French. And I'm like, I'm not doing those accents. I'm not going to speak in an accent of an Arab guy or Allah. It has no voice. You're not canceling me in 10 years when people start to read this or hear this book and just come across it, and then it's now my fault that they said read. No. So we can't cancel everybody, guys. Just let people do what they do. Do the best you can do. And for the people around you, your community, you can just be better than those people over there in that regard anyway. Okay? Stop trying to force your ideology on other people. It's like saying your religion's no good, you should follow mine. It's not going to work. It just causes conflict and division. The world is just not set up for this. All right. Let's find something more interesting to talk about, because I just got super shallow deep. Revealed Trump election PAC funneled $60,000 to Melania's fashion stylist for strategy. High school football player dies in dad's arms. Oh, gosh. No. Stephen Colbert. Anne Heche, we already talked about her. 59 firefighters. Oh, boy. The 18 most controversial songs in country music history. 5 falling cryptocurrencies. Only 5? We've been living in a tent for 5 months because we couldn't afford our $1,200 rent. Now we're preparing for winter in Maine. Move to California. That's all I can tell you. If the news has found your article, ask them to set up a GoFundMe for you and get 2 tickets on a Greyhound bus and get your butts somewhere warm. Witness the Fireball LA crash reveal. Former NFL. U.S. gets first winter storm. Okay. All right. Bye. This is it for you guys. Sorry. Let's find a poll question and then get you on with your weekend. How many U.S. states have you lived in? No one cares. How many U.S. states have you been to? No one cares. How many countries have you lived in? All right. These poll questions are boring. Boring. The most difficult one-take movie scenes ever filmed. I give up. I have no poll question. These poll questions are nonsense. Top companies revolutionizing genome sequencing. Sequencing. Whew. That's an article to click on. I don't have anything else for you guys. Thanks for listening if you're listening and watching. If you're watching on the new YouTube channel, Steak and Shake, the biggest scandal to hit Shake and Steak. Steak and Shake. I'm clicking on that one because you can't pass up on a Steak and Shake scandal. I was just getting ready. You thought you were out of here, didn't you? Wrong. What show is that from? In the restaurant world, businesses are quite lucky if they never face a scandal in a restaurant. All right. You may have heard of the McDonald's hot coffee incident, where a 79-year-old woman sued and won due to severe burns caused by a cup of coffee. Yeah, now they have to put a warning on it. Warning, coffee may be hot. Duh. It's like over here. Everywhere there's health and safety stuff. Warning, water. They put a big fence. Don't fall in. Hazard. It's like, anyway. Due to severe burns. Okay. Or the one time John Shatner of Papa John's used a racial slur on a conference call, leading to his resignation. One scandal took place in Europe when traces of horse meat were found in Burger King's patties. Those Burger King patties were delicious. The patties were purchased from an Irish meat supplier. Don't matter what it's called. After this breakthrough, Burger King dropped the supplier and discontinued the use of its meat. Some scandals can't exactly be avoided, though most more than likely can. In 2019, 2019? How am I just hearing about this now? Why is this just now hitting the wire? In 2019, Steak and Shake was under fire for a very avoidable offense that led to the company paying millions of dollars. They were brought before a Missouri court and charged with not paying overtime to 286 managers. This is what I'm clicked on. I'm sorry, guys. My apologies. We're getting you out of here right now. Thanks for listening. Go to the Instagram channel. I just realized I have one called V3 TV News, which is what was set up for this show. Never used it. Go to V3 TV UK. Just like this fake license plate. That's where you want to go to find on the Instagram. V3 TV UK. If you don't see this logo, that logo, you're in the wrong spot, baby. You're in the wrong spot, baby. And thanks for listening. And as always, have a fantabulous day and an amazing life. And I hope all is well in your world. And we'll see you or speak to you on Montag, because I gotta start audiobook reading again on Monday. So that's what's up. Thanks for listening. Who knows, Von Joseph? I'm out.